Okay, so I want to show you some art that I've done. This is really cool because it has broken CDs on it, and they were CDs that I used to listen to in high school. I think this red one, is that Radiohead? Or, I don't know. Oh, this one's the Pixies, look. Okay, you see this little piece right here? And it kind of has like the rainbow swirls in it and stuff. That is the Wave of Mutilation Best of Pixie CD that I had in high school that I used to play in my car all the time. Let's see if I recognize any of the other ones. I don't know what the red colored CD is from. And then I have a black CD. What was the black CD? I think was this record sampler, because like back in the early 2000s, like when kids wanted to learn about bands and they didn't have like the internet, DJs and record labels would put out samples, and they are CDs with like sample songs of different bands that record label produces. And that one had I know it had North Star on it, because the other CD that went with it was actually a North Star CD, and then it came with like a little sample CD for free. So I can't remember the name of their record label, but that's the black one. Most of these silver ones I think are actually mixed CD, but the thing is, and I'm gonna sound like the people who grew up with records in the 70s sound like, when MP3 started and everything, and then we had digital music streaming services, I thought CDs would be pretty worthless, and they still are, but I do see a trend of those coming back. Okay, wait a second. I'm looking at the record label on this. Now I'm gonna have to glue these back. Okay, this is Victory Records, which definitely is not Radiohead. Who was on Victory? Wait, was Victory Records like a bunch of emo bands, like The Used and shit? I don't know, but I'm gonna look up Victory Records. They're little, I don't know if you can see it. I know they're like a popular record label, but they have like, under this hot glue, there's like the little picture of, I believe it's a bulldog. Isn't that their logo? Or am I thinking of another record label that has that logo? I don't know, but I'm gonna pull the hot glue off just to find out. Yes, I'm so right. Victory Records has a bulldog. Anyway, I ruined those, but it's okay. Then I put my favorite quote on this canvas, which says, "I feel the most beautiful when I am writing." Meatball, stop licking. Sorry, my dog's licking. And that's just something I've said before. And then I have ripped up torn pieces of book and stuff and wallpaper on the bottom. And then I painted on the bottom like the yellow background, and then like did the drip thing. And then it all comes together as this funky, mismatched, there used to be, so basically some of the CD pieces did fall off though, because it was supposed to cascade down like that, like a little mountain. So this is like a weird pink and white mountain thing, or hills. And then that was like the ice on top of the mountain. That was kind of the idea, but it kind of felt, so I need to fix it, I guess. And I guess if I went back, I would change the background color of this to be more like maybe like that brownish color. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that is a piece of art I've done. So I was talking about how I had lots of things I'm passionate about, and that is why I wanted to. Woohoo, it's a Dr. Pepper guitar. Oh, you saw my butt. Don't tell anybody. That's privileged information that you're not supposed to have. This is the peace sign painting that I have, which, you know, it's nothing special, but it's cool. And then I made these like groovy flowers painting and put it underneath. And then this, I found at Dollar Tree. And I was like, well, that kind of matches the vibe of these. So that is something on my wall. This is a Japanese poster of Howl's Moving Castle, which is one of my favorite movies. And yeah, it's a really cool poster. This is my Cowboy Bebop poster, and it's awesome. Then I have a Furby. It looks like a Furby tattoo that somebody drew up, and I just printed it off Pinterest and framed it. Okay, moving on. I got this really cool painting drawing from that somebody did of the Corpse Bride. Not me. That is not me. That is someone else. Then I had these little Alice in Wonderland things because Alice in Wonderland is my favorite. This is one of my favorite quotes from Alice in Wonderland. Have I gone mad? I'm afraid so. You're entirely bonkers, but I'll tell you a secret. All the best people are. And then here's the creatures of the Tulgey Woods, which I'm actually going to get a tattoo of this little guy, the Hammerbird, I think, and the Mome Raths, and the Glasses Bird. Those three for sure I want as tattoos. I might also get these guys, the Pencil Birds. And I love the dog, the Broom Dog. But yeah, those are like future tattoo ideas for me. And then on this side, we have the Treats of Wonderland, which I'll certainly get a tattoo probably of like these. And what's this right here? Queen's Jam Tot. Oh, and a little piece of mushroom. So yeah, that's pretty cool. This cool thing, it's kind of pop art looking. It's like something I found online that I really liked. And then this is one of my favorite quotes from Bob's Burgers. I sold my soul and I'm fine. And then I just showed you guys everything that was on my walls. But art-wise, I actually have a piece of art over here that I did that is on the wall. Oh, so this is a piece of art that I did that's on the wall. Sorry, the light is like making it all, the CDs pop. But it's one of my favorite quotes from one of my favorite movies, and it's a really obscure quote. It's actually from Little Women, the original 90s version, and the German professor that falls in love with, what's her name? Takes her to the opera, and it's an Italian opera, and he has to like translate it for her. And this was one of the quotes from the opera. And it's always like spoke to me throughout my life, so here it is. And then there's actually a guitar pick here. This is a piece of a record. There's a piece of CD. This is a nut or bolt or something from a drum kit. Some more of those little drum kit tools. Some more record. And this gold stuff is like the paint marker. And then there's paint underneath. And then there's book pages from this book called As I Lay Dying. It's a classic novel by, what's his name? Is it Faulkner? Because sometimes you have to make some sacrifices for art. So just for art's sake. That's what I always say. Now I'm trying to turn around in here and see if I can show you anything else I've done that doesn't look completely terrible, but most of it does. So, and I'm working on a piece right now, which I'll show you guys in a few. This is a pretty simple painting that I did a long time ago. And I just took a bunch of ripped up pages and scrapbook pages and glued them on. Then I painted that like periwinkle purple color over it. And then I found some cool letter fonts that I liked online, and I made this freedom thing and did the outline of a butterfly. This is very simple and basic, and it was just kind of like what I felt like doing. Yeah. This one, the one that all of my friends want to give me so much crap for, so I need to fix it, is a painting of a purple snare drum. Now in the middle of the snare drum, this is like where you have your brass, well, are they made out of brass? The metal label that kind of tells you like what drum company manufactured those drums, like DW or fucking, you know, whatever. So I decided to put that on there and instead put a heart. And every single person tells me it looks like an eyeball. And from far away, it makes them think of the freaking book from, what is it? The book with the eyeball from, oh my god. You know, the scary movie with the 3 witches. Why can't I think of the name of it right now? Hocus Pocus, Jesus Christ. And I'm just like, I don't see that, but I could paint over this section right here and just make it purple, and this just be snare drum. My sense of perspective is crazy bad, because if I was drawing it, the line should have been more like that right there, because we're not going to see all, I don't know, the angle doesn't look fabulous, but it was still fun. Story. That's cool. And it said, one of the quotes from it was, "This is no longer my story, this is our story." There's a bleeding heart and some random ripped up books and scrapbook and stuff like that. And this one was a love story that I wrote, and it's about this guy and this girl who kind of come together over their love of music and their passion for older music, and they just sort of meld together, and just become each other's worlds. Not like Nick and Nora, okay? I'm gonna make that clear. It is not like Nick and Nora, okay? It is not. But it is a love story about 2 kids that love music, so the influence is there, obviously. No, it's more like High Fidelity for kids, but you know, well, if that's what I was gonna compare it to, that's what I would want to compare it to. Okay, we missed some paintings down here that I have made, actually, and they're on this wall when you come down the stairs. I did this like mountain winter, it looks like a Canadian mountain painting, and then I did these like nighttime painting scenes, like out in the wilderness kind of vibe. So that's those. I also like to color. So coloring is really big for me too. I love coloring. Yeah, this is a personal favorite of mine. And here's some more abstract looking flower stuff. Actually, the one on the top is upside down, but it kind of looks cool like that, so I just left it that way. There's this simple thing that I made when I was in college. So, yeah. Here's some stuff on my fridge that I colored that I love. And then this one I always have on my fridge because it's always a good reminder for me personally. So, you know, I better take my medications. And the last thing I'll show you is this painting that I started working on the other day, which is nowhere near finished. So don't judge it just off of what you see. Judge it off of the concept or the idea that I'm going to present to you. So, one of my favorite films, Inside Out, because it's a Pixar film that, to me, is about mental illness and the struggles that persons with mental illness have. So, I decided to make a painting about it. And this
is the background or the first layer of the painting. This is not the finished product. So what I wanted to do, I picked out a quote that I liked from the movie, which is, "It's okay not to be okay sometimes." And then I put Inside Out on the bottom, and then, you know, my background is black. Over top of the black background, while the black paint was still drying, so it was still wet, I did these color blobs. And each one of these color blobs represents one of the emotions from Inside Out. And my goal is to form these weird looking blobs into the characters from the movie. But they will have this weird, cool paint color going on and shape. And you will also see at the very bottom, I put the little Pixar lamp, and I'm gonna outline that so it's more obvious. And I'm going to modify the text that I've put out, but that is the bare kind of background. This is the base for the painting. I personally think it's going to be a really cool painting and a really cool challenge, and it's also going to be one of my favorite paintings. And I'm really glad I did it because I have been going through some stuff lately, and, you know, expressing that through art, whether it's painting or writing or singing or whatever, is my favorite thing in the world to do. It's the only thing I really know how to do. I'm really good at being creative. I'm not really good at sorting my life out. But yeah, I'll have to keep you guys posted on how this piece turns out because I'm really excited to finish it. And like I said, I'm waiting because I think I have some special pens that I want to get to be able to use over some of this paint. So yeah, anyway, I will talk to you guys later. I hope you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to hear more.